What's up, guys? I want to do a really quick video. Actually, as the season change, and Blue is right here next to me acting a fool. But as the season change, I know a lot of things. One thing that you can do to really just kind of, change the decor around your house is just some like real quick decorative tips that I wanted to share. One of my favorite things to do is coffee table books. Like you can do things like candles and flowers and stuff like that. No, Blue, sit. Candles and flowers and stuff like that, which are fun and really cool decorative things. But one of the things that I love to do is coffee table books. And I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite coffee table books. Some of them are new. Actually, I'll start with the newer ones that I got for like Christmas. I actually did a lot of coffee table books as gifts this year. And there's one in particular that I bought for myself, my daughter, and my daughter in love. I'm sorry, my hair is just like, it feels really hot. So I just wanted to share some of those books with you guys. But I'll start with I was going to start with the new ones, but I'll just start in the order of the room that they would typically be in. So the room that I'm in right now, I call this my African room. And mainly because it has like a lot of other African pieces and stuff like that around African decor, or African inspired decor. So I kind of call this my African room. And or a couple of the coffee table books that I don't necessarily have in this room, but in the, nope, not necessarily in this room, but in the vestibule or I guess the entryway at coming into this room, I have these two books, and they're books on Egypt. Nope, sit down. Although Egypt try to act like they're not in Africa, but really are. Anyway, I have this Ancient Egypt book, which is a nice little book. And I got this actually from the thrift store, which was a great find. And then this one also, Unwrapping the Pharaohs, which I got from the thrift store as well. So these two kind of sit on my table in entryway. And I just think I have a bowl on top of them that I usually keep on top of them that I would put like my keys and stuff in. So that's those books that you find as soon as you come into the entryway. And then once you come into no, Blue, stop. Sit. Sit. He's doing the most. It's ridiculous. But then I'm just gonna go on some of the other ones because he's gonna really irk my entire nerve. Sit. Stop. No. No. Think he's supposed to just get out. No, sit. I was gonna stop the video. I'm gonna keep the video because he acting up.
Yeah.
You can, if you want. Otherwise, I'll keep yelling at him. I think he just think he's supposed to get out and play.
You get yourself right.
He had too much freedom these past few days. But anyway, those are my Egypt books. And then in my orange room, which is one of my favorite rooms, and sometimes I'll do like not just the theme of the book, but sometimes the color of books also kind of helps with the theme. But in my orange room, this is one of my favorite books. I love this so much. Such a beautiful book, Brown Bohemians. And it just has beautiful, like bohemian vibe, like pictures and just different things in there. Really cool book. Just some really, I just love just like the art and the pictures in it. And so these are just like, yeah, just really, really cool. Really cool pictures. So you can just, kind of sit in the orange room and just look at some of these pictures and probably some stuff that I would love to draw like this. Gorgeous, right? Yeah, that I would just love to draw. But just a beautiful, artsy book with some gorgeous imagery in there. Just beautiful, beautiful. But it's Brown Bohemians, and just has like a whole vibe of it, all of its own. And I have this in my orange room mainly because of the colors, and it's like colors that is like on the book cover itself. And then I also have and this is probably should be in my African room, but I actually have it in my orange room mainly because of the color. But all of it kind of vibes together, which is a cool thing. But this is Swahili chic, and I love Swahili, as you guys know. My name, Kwanzaa, is Swahili, and I always wanted to learn Swahili, but yeah, never did. And it's not too late. So this is Swahili Chic, the Feng Shui of Africa. So really cool. And again, just some really beautiful pictures, images, a lot about like decorating and decor. Um, yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book, beautiful images. I'll share a couple of them with you guys. That darn blue. There's some beautiful images. Like even this, something as simple as this, like a beautiful entryway, like when you're decorating. So these books are also good for inspiration. And then what I love about the Feng Shui books is that a lot of times, you know, when you talk about Feng Shui, it talks about like just a different balance in your room and a different, I hesitate to use the word energy, but really the different energies in your room and how, you know, having that expression of earth and water and, light, which is like candles and mirrors, which, you know, just the whole imagery and all that. So these two books sit these two along with this last one I'll show with you guys, or this last one that sits in the orange room. And this is The Art of Interior Design. Again, just a really cool coffee table book that just gives you, you know, some design ideas, some decorative ideas. Like, who would have ever thought to just put like a bunch of pictures on the mantle like that? That's pretty cool. I wouldn't have thought to do it, but it's pretty cool, pretty cool. And then they have like just these vibrant colors and, you know, just different tones and textures. And it kind of talks about all of that stuff, which is a lot of fun. And again, when you're looking at decorating your home, you know, books like this are really helpful and just even inspiring, like the color and patterns and textures and all that. So these three books literally sit kind of like this in my orange room. So they kind of sit together. And then I'll show you these other ones, which are my favorite ones as well. These sit as soon as you come in. I have like a little side table next to my couch. I have two chairs like this, and then there's side tables next to the one. And these are books. And I call this kind of like this is my African room / reading room. I like coming into this room just to sit on a couch and, you know, peruse through some books a little bit. But the books that I have here is this one, which is one of my favorite, Phenomenal Women Over 50. This is a great book. It has a lot of beautiful Black women in there, all over 50, and they're each given like different little, just like little write-ups or whatever. Yeah, just trying to see who I want to share. Just a lot of. Yeah, just a lot of beautiful Black women in there, quotes or just different inspiration, which is a really, I've had this book for a while now, but this is a really good book. This is one that it's a great gift, I think, because it does have a lot of, you know, phenomenal women in there over 50, and it just kind of talks to, you know, gives like jewels and nuggets. Yeah, that's what it is. Jewels and nuggets. So they got this book. And then I have this one also, which is paperback. And sometimes you don't think of a coffee table book being paperback, but this is a good one too, Wise Women. And it's kind of the same deal. It just has, you know, women of different ages, different backgrounds, and they just have like different quotes. And, you know, these aren't only just Black women, but these are just women in general, different ethnicities, which is another really cool, beautiful book with just some beautiful art, beautiful pictures in there. So I have that sitting there. And then this one also, Elder Grace, which is kind of the same thing, or the same idea, the nobility of aging. And again, these are just not just Black women, but Black men as well. And they just kind of talk about their aging journey and some of the lessons that they've learned in life. For example, find something higher than you that you can believe in and never depart from that road. Jolene Finel. And I thought it had their ages on here, but I guess it doesn't. I thought some of them, nope, I guess it does not. Yeah. So just a lot of really beautiful, just beautiful art and beautiful quotes is what I love most about this book. So, and then you just see some of this elder, they say that Elder Grace. Yes. And then last on that table, I have this one. You guys will be familiar with this, Black Girls Rock. I actually bought this book. I bought probably about 20 copies of this book, and I sent them to just about every woman in my family. Yeah, Black Girls Rock. I thought this was a really cool book. And again, just the coloring, the colors in it is just gorgeous. You know, just some stories and quotes and just some beauty from some beautiful Black women who rock. you know, from different generations, different eras. Just a really, really, really cool book. Look at that. So gorgeous, right? And so these books, oops, sorry. These books sit on my coffee table like so. Just like some beautiful, oops, some beautiful books just to kind of sit on your coffee table. So that's that. But then also I have like this basket, this really cute basket that I just kind of sit on the side of my couch as well. And this has some really cool books in there. Like a lot of these Essence magazines, these are like some of their special collector's editions. So I have quite a few of those. And these are, you know, relatively old, but they're really cool, like magazine type books that you can just kind of keep, like I said, keep in this little basket. So again, if I would, oops, I can tip this over. If I wanted to use it as a coffee table book, I could. So it's just like this one's a hard copy. If I had like maybe like no, I don't know where I would put this. I think I like this in a basket. So even though some of them are soft back and then some of them are hard back, but then I have this one also, which I think is a really cool one. A little dusty, which is a really cool one. And I've had this one for years. This is probably one of my earlier first coffee table books. Yeah, and it just has some beautiful pictures in there. But I keep this one like in my basket as well. Like look at that beautiful picture of Miss Debbie Allen. This book is, when did I get this? I think I was in undergrad when I bought this book. I just remember, what is this? I guess it doesn't have a year. It's probably a year in here somewhere. St. Martin's Press. Let's see. Yep, 2001. Yep, I was an undergrad. So just some beautiful, you know, you got the lovely Miss Halle Berry. In 2001, you got the handsome Mr. Leon Robinson. So just some random, hello. Yeah, oh, Dominique Dawes. So I feel like it should have more pictures in here than it does. And then, of course, my Miss Susan Taylor, which is one of my favorites. So yeah, I keep this in there. And then this last one, this is another old one, Self-Seduction. And this is like Your Ultimate Path to Inner and Outer Beauty by Mickey Taylor. And this is another beautiful book. So it talks about everything about honoring your hair, your skin, like meditation. And this was, yeah, just one of those, like, talk about styling tips and different things like that. Yeah, Miss Tyra Banks, Defining the Body You Possess. So just some really cool pictures and really cool, like what I love about coffee table books is that you can just, you know, come down, sit on the couch, get a glass of coffee, get a glass of wine, a glass of tea, something, and then just sit and enjoy it. Now, who is this? Oh, dust on my thing. Is that Cynthia Bailey, y'all? Is that Cynthia Bailey? I wonder. I can't tell. I think this is Cynthia Bailey, is it? She knows who she is because she knows who she is, and Nikki Giovanni. But this, I don't know who this, I think that is Cynthia Bailey. That's crazy. She looks completely different. And it doesn't have her name there, so I don't know. I'm assuming that's who it is. But anyway, that's another beautiful, and these ones I keep in my basket. So I don't really put those on a coffee table, but they're still really nice to have. And I have a similar basket like this in a bathroom upstairs. I'm sorry. And in that one, I have mostly like a lot of magazines, like self-help type magazines. I know Life magazine did this really cool series, or continues to do this really cool series, like The Art of Happiness, The Art of Smiling, The Art of just all love and all these different things, which is a really cool one. And I'll go right here since I'm right there. And this is the stack that sits on the coffee table that is right in front of me where my phone is sitting. And these are some fun ones. Yeah, just some fun books that I like. So this one is Lost Philadelphia. You guys know I'm from Philadelphia. And I love this book so much because if you can see the imaging first on the book, this is like historical Philadelphia. So these are pictures of, you know, places in Philadelphia. I mean, look at this, like buggy, horse and carriage. So this was like historically, you know, years, I mean, just the history of Philadelphia. talks about the naval shipyard, closed in 1995. It has pictures there. I know my uncle used to work, I believe, or did something at the Navy shipyard. So it closed in 1995. It talks about the Palombos, which I think was a restaurant. JFK Stadium, demolished in 92. It just talks about the history of Philadelphia. Yeah, like Market Street. You guys remember, well, Market Street, yeah, you guys. And Market Street is still like one of those areas where you do a lot of shopping and has a lot of stores. But this is like really old. I was trying to see. Yeah, they got South Street. Yeah, they got Boys Central High. I wish they would have had my high school in there, like Boys Central High. Yeah, just very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I don't really know a lot about the history of Philadelphia. And I think this book is just really cool to help teach the history. And this is crazy, like Fairmount Park. That's like the area I live in. And I don't know what these homes are, but it talks about Rittenhouse tenant houses demolished in the 1900s. So this is literally the area that I grew up in, like near Fairmount Park. The Schuylkill River meandering through. It is a 4,180 acre area of trails, woodlands, and wetlands that is 5 times the size of New York's Central Park. So just some history, guys. Yep, just some really beautiful history about Philadelphia. So, and then this is another one that I love. I actually bought this for Babe. Did I buy this for Babe? I think I bought this for Babe for Christmas. I bought everybody a coffee table book, and I think this is the one I got for Babe. I think. Yeah, Deborah Willis Black. A celebration of culture. So this is all about Black culture and when I say this is a beautiful book, let me try to open it and share some pictures with you guys. But all the pictures in here are black and white. Just some beautiful books, some beautiful pictures. Some really beautiful pictures. We got the Black barber shop in here. You guys can see that. Spirituality, baptisms. Yeah, just a beautiful book. What else is there to say? But this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. Sunday mornings. I love that. Got the choir. So that's another beautiful one. So this sits on a coffee table. And then lastly, on this coffee table is, cannot have a coffee table book without having Gordon Parks and his beautiful, 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 beautiful imagery. Just beautiful. You hear me? Beautiful. Just a lot of, and then one of the things I like about, especially Gordon Parks and his art, or his art, I will say art, is that is historic. Like, even in this book, he captures a lot of his history-making moments, you know. Yeah, just some really historic pictures that you just learn a lot. Like, you can look through the pictures, but then also read the captions and read about, you know, a lot of the stuff that's on here is just beautiful. Simply beautiful. And here's a picture of Gordon Parks, which is really cool. So, yeah. So these books actually sit right here. Oops, sorry. Sit right on this table. Ooh, and then lastly, I'll share these books, which some of them you'll remember. So I'll share the ones that sits in baby girl's room. And in Junior's old room, I have mostly magazines. So a lot of Sports Illustrated type magazines on display. So that's a more masculine room. But for baby girl, I actually bought her this book for, because she's, you know, a thespian, she loves theater, and so I bought her this book for Christmas, as well as this one. This one is mine, but she took this one of hers back to Arkansas with her. She left this one in her room. So Hollywood, or Black Hollywood, and you know, this is kind of more recent because it has like, the Black Panther, has pictures of the Black Panther in there. Has Dorothy Dandridge. It has, I can't remember her name. Is it Hattie? I don't know. But just like some really cool, like some Boys in the Hood. And I love it because it has like just different genres of black music, or black theater. So really cool. And then just like pictures from, you know, you got Will Smith, you got the Pursuit of Happiness, you got Will Smith and Men in Black. I don't know what this movie is. Will Smith and Gabriel. I think Bad Boys. Yeah, just a lot of really cool things. Sidney Poitier directing. So yeah, just a beautiful book. Black Theater. Lena Horne. Just some of the, you know, Hollywood's beautifuls. Yeah, Hattie McDaniel. Yeah. And what's that from the movie Gone with the Wind? So, just some really cool.
I got a lock on it.
Oh, awesome.
It's open though.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, just some really cool imagery. Got Step and Fetch It. Everybody regarded him. I actually listened to his story recently. Had a really interesting story. Come to find out, he was really smart. He was a businessman also. And his son actually kind of disowned him. Because his son was like into a lot of the Black Power stuff. And of course he was kind of like known as this, I guess they kind of considered him like a, I don't know what the right word is, but kind of like a, I can't think of, I guess the term Step and Fetch It in and of itself, you know, has become an acronym to describe, I guess, actors who they felt were, you know, catering to white people, I guess. So yeah, but this just has some beautiful pictures in here. Oh gosh, that's open real bad. That's good. Those are my shelving things. I don't like take nothing out of there. So that's this book. Beautiful book. And then these two books I actually got from the thrift store, which I was super duper excited about. Like, and they had covers on them, but I took the covers off because it was just, sometimes the coverage is too much. So I took the covers off of this. But these are books by O Magazine, O's Big Book of Happiness. And of course, you know, they're just like different quotes and different, yeah, just different quotes and stuff that you can read. Yeah, like Queen Latifah's aha moment. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of Oprah, but, you know, I'm not mad at inspiration. So yeah, you got Susie Orman in here talking, I guess, financial, whatever. But it is a pretty book. If nothing else, it's a pretty book, and you're going to at least find some inspiration in there. So I really like this because it's, you know, pink and gold and white and just a cute coffee table book. And then this one, Live Your Best Life, is another one, O Magazine book, kind of with a lot of different, you know, quotes and probably articles from just different, you know, on dating. Not that you would want to take, well, I guess it's not just her advice on dating. Confidence, which I think is always a good thing to read up on. Balance. What else? Yeah, live your best life. So these sit in baby girl's room. like so. And then lastly, you guys have seen a lot of these. These are the ones that's kind of on my bookshelf that in my office. And you guys seen this one, The Velocity of Being. Beautiful, beautiful book. I've shared this before. Just an absolute beautiful book. It's accompanied by letters to, I think it's letters written to like young readers. And it's just a letter written by other writers and other people, not just writers, but just, notable people throughout different industries. And then it also has some beautiful art to accompany the write-up. So I think this is such a beautiful, beautiful book. Yeah, it's certainly one of my favorite books. And I love the art because it's as an artist, and my style of art is more, I think more cartoony or more, what's the word? I guess cartoony is kind of right. Like it's not like fine art, but it's definitely a lot more, yeah, look at that. So just a beautiful project. This is one of my favorite, this is one of my favorite books, but that just kind of sits on my bookshelf. And then this one, Stella McCarthy, 60s. I love this because it has Jimi Hendrix on the front. So I kind of sit this on my bookshelf. It actually stands up like this on my bookshelf. I love it, but it has a lot of other different like artists from the 60s on there. You can see Ray Charles, you can see the Beatles, you can see Jimi Hendrix, and some other artists that I'm not familiar with. But it's just really, a really gorgeous coffee table book. And it really is all about music, just like images from different folks in the music from the 60s. Again, just a really cute coffee table book. And then last, but certainly, I guess not last, but the last one from my bookshelf that I brought down to share with you guys is this one right here. And I've shared this with you guys. This is probably, I don't know if this is the most expensive book I've purchased, or maybe the Gordon Parks. I think Gordon Parks may have been more than this one. But, oh, thank you. But I think Gordon Parks' book is probably more expensive. But this is one of my most beloved coffee table books. And I love just the way that it's made. Like the cover is almost like that pillow box material, which is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, so another one with a lot of beautiful black people. Vintage Black Glamour is the name of this book. If you are looking to just do some really cool decorative stuff, I tell you, coffee table books is certainly the way to go. You can find some really cool ones at the bookstore. I actually have found, or at the thrift store rather, on my table over there, I have one that is like kind of like for wine and cheese of Italy. I have one that's like a dessert coffee table book, and that sits like at my on a console, like in my dining area. I have a couple of them over near my where I keep like my wine bar. So there's like mixed drinks, one for about mixed drinks, and there's another one about, I can't remember what it's about. But then this stack that I'm not going to go too much into, I keep in my bathroom downstairs, and this is like Pottery Barn, Ethan Allen, just decorative styles. This one is specifically for your bathroom, and then you have ideas for your home. Again, a lot of really cool decorating ideas for your home, different like small areas, kind of books, coffee table book. And these two, actually all of those I actually got from the thrift store. And this is another one, really cool. What is this? Enjoy. So this is actually a gift to somebody, and add their name, their number, and it says, "Thank you for asking for me on your return visit." That was really cute. I guess somebody wrote their name and number in there. But anyway, this is like a lot of decorating stuff, and I think this was a Ethan Allen book. You know, Ethan Allen furnitures are like really expensive, so this is just like a really cool book with some decorative ideas from Ethan Allen furniture. And then last but not least, this Pottery Barn one. And I took the cover off of this too because it was cute, but I just like the hardcover itself a little bit better. And this one is, again, more about decorating and coloring and color schemes and all that beautiful stuff. So I actually keep these in my bathroom downstairs. Just, not that I anticipate anybody sitting on my toilet downstairs, but it's really a cool, if you had to, then at least you got something to read, right? But yeah, so that is pretty much it. Just like some really cool coffee table book ideas. This is an amazing idea. I think I might have to try this. This is like a, looks like a shadow box with some books in there and some kind of literature on there. That is really, really cool. I'm gonna have to try this. Oh, that is really cool. And then they got another one right here. Like, so even like some like decorating ideas. That's a really cool decorating idea. Anywho, that is it, guys. I just wanted to share my coffee table books with you guys. I don't know. Like I said, this is a really cool way to, I think, just spruce up your space. Just with some really fun coffee table books. And like I said, you can, I love to come in here, sit down, grab one of these books and just look through, even if I'm just looking through the pictures or reading through some of the comments or commentary from some of the, people that have, added some writing or, that contributed to the book rather, depending on what the book is and what style the book is. But yeah, so that's one of the things you will find in my decor is a lot of coffee table type books that's, sitting on different tables just as part of the decor. So this video was way longer than I expected, but I love a good coffee table book, I guess is the bottom line. And if you were interested in getting all of them, I think just looking on Amazon, you can look at coffee table books. You can go to like Best Buy and look at books and kind of get a look and feel for them, but then also maybe look for them on Amazon, not Best Buy, like Barnes and Noble's a bookstore, to just get a kind of look and feel for some coffee table books. And then you can go on Amazon and probably try to find them cheaper. Like I said, I think the Gordon Parks books was probably the most expensive book that I bought, the most expensive coffee table book that I bought, but it probably was like $80. And then, like I said, you can get some from the thrift store for as cheap as $2. So it just really depends on what you're interested in and what you're looking for. And this book right here, this was nothing but the blessing of God, because I seen this book. And when I tell you, I wish I wasn't recording on my phone, but when I seen this book, I will tell you that I looked for it immediately. And when I was looking for it, it was like, I want to say, like, kid you not, maybe like over $100. Probably even more than that. I kid you not. But then I kept looking for it. And then I finally found it for like $70 or something. But which I thought was a steal compared to how much people were selling it for. And it actually came from overseas and everything. So long story short, great book. Love it. One of my faves. And yeah, so that is my coffee table book series. And I'll tell you guys, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this video, one is because I'm procrastinating, but then also because I feel like whenever you go out, like, you're always spending money. So I like to do some of these videos just to kind of share, like, oh, this is what I like to, whatever. Here's my coffee table books. And this is kind of like me just sharing with you guys some of the things that I've already purchased in my life. And it prevents me from having to go out and buy more stuff. So I'm sharing with you guys what I already have, but it's still kind of the nostalgia of sharing something fun and something new. So that makes sense. Anywho, blessings to you guys. Happy Sunday. And I guess I really need to get to work to do something. So blessings, guys.